Welcome back to Brow Jumper Volleyball. This is Roby Browning.
This is Reggie Smith.
And Sean McBride.
Excited to present this match between Somerset Brow Jumpers and the Casey County Rebels.
These teams met a week ago, and Casey County got the sweep over Somerset. So I know Coach Baker's wanting to really perform well in this game, which right now we're starting a little late. Technical difficulties. Right now, Casey County 7, Somerset 5. Still working out a few technical difficulties here.
Test, test. You good?
Test, test.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Just leave. Just leave one ear.
Test, test. All right, Casey County serve here. We got number 6, Shelby McCree, getting ready to serve the ball up. Ball's up. Macy Phelps with the dig there. Tanner Indy tries to pass it out there, out of bounds on the left side there to Casey County. Ball's up by Casey County. McBride with the dig, set outside. The hit's long there by Serenity Haynes. Another point to Casey County, 11-6. Coach Baker wants a timeout right now. If y'all have questions, we can learn together, you know. You got a bunch of amateurs here calling the game, so.
First timers.
Yeah. So right now, you know, Somerset, they're kind of desperate for a win. They've went to a tough tournament over the weekend, played some tough teams, and didn't necessarily struggle. They were competitive, but they didn't come out of there with a win. So I know Coach Baker and them are really hungry to get a win tonight. We're going to have to come back, though, here in this first set, 11-6 Casey County.
Try to get it done. Once again, Shelby McCurry serving them. Alyssa White with the set.
Another set outside. Serenity Haynes tips it over. Casey County defensive back. Knocks it back over to Somerset. Set up by Casey County, hits it back over. Pass back out by Serenity Haynes. Ball over the net. Casey County digs it. Hit over by Casey County and knocked out by Somerset. Casey with the point there, 12-6. I hear Coach Baker preaching all the time about serve receive. It's his first hit off a serve. You know, you want to set up a good opportunity to have a good set or pass to get the ball above the net. I know she wants more consistency with that, and that's kind of what they focused on, I think, the last week.
Looks like they're setting the ball well.
13-6 Casey right now in the first set. Hit over by Casey County. Phelps receives it. Serenity Haynes hits it over.
Nice punch by Serenity.
Ball up by Casey. Hit it over. Dig by Brigney there. Alyssa White outside to Serenity Haynes. Hit over the net. Casey receives. Sets back up. Hits it over.
Nice.
Macy Phelps.
Nice.
Good dig there. Tanner Reedy
Nice
hits
spike
it
by
over.
Tanner.
Out by Casey.
There we go.
Casey County's doing a good job at defending the hits by Somerset right now. Somerset's getting the hits, but good defense right now by Casey. But
Definitely feels good to be back in control of the possession.
yeah.
For sure.
Got KK Mobley with the serve there. So KK's a freshman. She's got a really good serve.
Little miscommunication by Casey County there. Leads to the point.
Mobley back to serve again for Somerset.
Another good serve.
Good receive by Casey. Send over McBride, passes it up. White outside to Haynes. Haynes hits it over, and that's in. Yep, absolutely. If it's touching any part of that white line, it's in. So.
I think the coach didn't like that.
No. I mean, I line judge a lot. So if it's right there on the line, somebody's not going to be happy.
Anywhere near it.
Yeah, good call by the line judge there. KK hits it up. That's almost what you want as a perfect serve right there.
Barely goes over the net.
A lot of coaches try to teach their players to aim at the top of the net if they can. So
Somerset on a roll here.
Yeah, I know. Come back 13-10.
Another good serve.
It's nice to see we've got a freshman like that when we're going to be losing, Serenity and Tanner next year.
Yeah. Pass up by White, hit over by Haynes. Casey receives, sets it up, hits it over the net, and off the fingertips of Mobley out of bounds. Back to Casey County, 14-10 here in the first set.
Looks like number 10.
I don't have her on my roster, do I?
Somerset back in possession of the serve.
Senior Alyssa White serving.
Ball's up, received by Casey. Passes up, hits it over the net. Good receive by Rigney there. White sets it up. All right, good hit by Maddie Cooper over the net there for the Somerset point.
Great hit.
Cooper, a talented sophomore as well, another young player out there contributing for the varsity. White up to serve. Casey receives. Sets it up near the net, hits it over. All right, good dig by White there. So you got 3 hits to get it over the net. So if you hit it that 4th time, the ball's dead and it goes back over to where it came from. So Casey's point there, 15-12 here in the first.
Looks like Somerset's got a lot of juniors and seniors, but, a few freshman, sophomore starters out there too. Good dig by McBride. Popped over.
Haynes tried to touch it over to the corner there. She's really good at doing that. That kind of catches the other team off guard when you can quickly push it to the corner. She's honestly one of the few on the team that does that.
Plus a little hesitation of the...
Yes, it's definitely something you don't expect as a defender. Ball set up by Somerset. Haynes hits it over.
Great hit by
Somerset. Yeah, nice.
Serenity just racking up her kill total.
Oh, yeah. So Haynes leads Somerset with kills this season. She also leads with aces.
She's set back to serve.
Good serve by Haynes.
Rough ball for Casey. Hit over by Forbes.
Haynes outside of McBride. Oh, got the block there. Good reaction. Oh, called the lift. That's tough. So
carried by Somerset.
You can't lift the ball. It's the definition of a lift. It's on the official there. So good reaction to the block. That's a good block by Casey County. Received by Rigney, pass by Haynes. Macy Phelps hits it over to Casey. Casey receives it, passes it outside, hit over.
Block.
Good block there by Somerset. Pass out to McBride, hits it over. Casey receives. And passing around, received by Rigney. Haynes sets it outside to Phelps. Phelps hits it, blocked by Casey. Point to Casey there. Good defense by Casey around the net.
Off the net there, that's a hard ball.
18-13, Casey County over Somerset here in the first set. Ball up by Casey.
Received by Rigney. Nice hit over by McBride.
Again, another well-hit ball defended by Casey County there. Haynes sets Cooper up, hits it, blocked by Casey.
Great save by
Haynes
Tanner
out to
there.
McBride with the hit.
Nice.
So I don't know what the call was there. I don't know if somebody was in the net or what.
I'm not sure.
Because it looked like the Casey player received it, didn't touch the ground. Serve up by Rigney. Casey returns it. Good dig there.
Tried to punch it over there.
That's a quick reaction. You know, that punch, sometimes if it just comes off the knuckle the wrong side, it'll spin right off where you don't want it to go. Good receive there outside of McBride. Hit.
Oh, great hit by McBride.
Good hit,
You know, Whitney King is looking like she's having some pretty good digs.
Yes.
Being able to receive the ball well and set up her teammates, especially to get a set and a good hit over going.
Phelps back to serve for Somerset. Ball's over. Good receive by Casey.
Forbes.
Ooh. Just kind of miss it by Tim there on Casey.
Good block by the freshman.
Yep.
Somerset leading a good comeback here. See if they can keep it up.
Ball up by Phelps. Casey receives, passes it up. Casey back, returns to Somerset. Rigney receives it there outside of McBride. Hits it over. And another kill there by McBride. Good setup by Haynes. And that's what I was saying before. You know, you want to get that set up where the player can get the hit with some strength over the net. That consistency is key to getting that hit.
Until they practice that corner hit over.
Hit over by Casey there after the Phelps serve. Haynes outside of McBride.
Up near the net.
Oh, another there, another good hit.
There you go.
Haynes to McBride there, good set, good hit. And continuing the comeback, 19-18, Casey County, but that lead quickly dwindling away. Phelps back to serve again. Phelps is a pretty strong server. I know that she's had quite a few aces over the season. So far, it's 14. Return by Casey. Phelps receives it outside of McBride again. Hit over. And again, they're done.
Now Somerset's right back in this game.
Yep.
Tied 19-19.
You know, we got swept over there last week, and they were able to set it outside before McBride a lot over there. And hitting that right side there.
It looks like she's really comfortable in that spot, especially they set practice setting right in the middle there.
Yep.
Another set by Haynes.
Right back to her.
Good block by Casey there.
Looks like they hit the net.
I think they might have called four hits on Somerset.
Oh.
Ball up by Casey, received by Phelps. Haynes outside there to McBride. Another good hit.
Switching sides. Tie the game up 20-20.
So when we lose the serve, that's when they'll rotate. So you see, in comes Addison.
Fleshman?
No, sorry, Alyssa White just subbed in there. Sorry, missed that sub. Good tip by White there. Set up by Casey outside. Tipped over.
Pop over, good dig.
Good dig by Alyssa White there. Well done.
Somerset takes the lead now. Do they go to 25?
Yep.
Yeah, 25 in these
Yep.
varsity sets here. Serve up by McBride.
C5.
Now that's Casey's strong hitter right there. Number 21, Elizabeth Forbes. I know they really want to set it outside to her there. She leads her team so far with 47 kills on the year, so that's exactly what they want to try to do.
Yeah.
Ball up by Casey. Received by Rigney. White sets outside to Haynes. Over the net. Casey sets it up, tips it over. Defended by White, tipped over by Haynes, and that's that tip to the corner that I was talking about. It catches them off guard.
Great one-handed hit by Alyssa White. Diving for that.
Yeah, those quick reactions at the net. I don't see how they do it. Especially like off a block or something like that, and then diving on that with the one-handed.
Especially right after you hit the ball over the net, and it comes right back at you.
Pass out there. Casey tips it over there right in the perfect spot. All right, so Somerset came back, going back and forth here, 22 all in the first set. Somerset needs to lock in here if they want to get the win here. All up by Casey. Phelps receives it, tough receive there, a good recovery by White. Haynes hits it back over to Casey. Sets it up at the net. Casey hits it over. Oh,
Good attempt at a block there, though, by
Maddie Cooper,
Maddie Cooper.
right there. Yep, no, she does a good job of getting in position to block there. I mean, Casey just hit it right. Tough to defend there. Good hit by Casey. 23-22. Ball up.
see by Phelps. Setting up Haynes.
Good hit by Haynes. Again, well defended hit by Casey here. They tip it over. Oh, a little miscommunication there. We got to get that.
Seems in the last few possessions, Casey's just barely popped it over the net.
Yep. And this has been the story. You know, we got to close out sets. We've been competitive in sets all season, and we got to close it out and see if Somerset can do it here.
Much needed point there.
They called that out. Ball to Somerset.
23. Casey County.
Alyssa White back to serve, the senior. Defended by Casey. Pass it, set her up the net. Punches it over. Oh, man. And that first set goes to Casey County, 25-23, and Coach Baker is not happy. That's been the story of the season. I mean, we've been competitive with pretty much
Almost
every
set,
team.
yeah. And it just makes it hurt that much worse, too.
It does. All right, we're going to take a quick break here in between sets. We'll be right back here in the Briar Patch. All right, welcome back to the Briar Patch. Getting ready to start the second set here between Somerset and Casey County. Casey County took that first set 25-23.
Definitely going to bounce back here.
Yeah, it's tough. Coming back, Casey County had that lead early on. Somerset was able to scrap their way back in. And
Even got the lead at one point and hopefully they'll try to get the job done here in the second set.
The senior Serenity Haynes back to start the second set here at the Briar Patch. Ball up by Haynes. Received by Casey immediately over the net. Haynes recovers, hits it back over to Casey. Casey sets it outside. Good hit there. It's out of bounds. Point to Somerset.
A little too much on that hit there from Forbes. That's what Somerset's looking for, you know, starting off the set with a point.
Let's see if we can continue this.
Early.
Haynes sets it over. Received by Casey. Casey passes it up. Returned by Casey. Rigney digs it. Haynes passes out wide to Macy Phelps. Macy tips it over.
Good tip from Macy.
And Casey wasn't able to hold on. Somerset gets the point there.
Nice punch by number 6, Phelps. She's a junior, but, you know, seems like a good role player on this team.
Yeah, she does a good job for him. Haynes back to serve again. Haynes leads the Briar Jumpers with aces this season. Strong server, received by Casey. They tipped it back over. Defended by Rigney. Oh, and it looks like Cooper was in the net there.
Yeah, just barely hit it. But, yeah, it does look like Serenity's got 32 aces on the season so far, you know, passing everybody else.
Leading the team in kills and aces.
Yeah, Serenity's, she does a great job. She's a very skilled player. Does a good job setting up her teammates, too. Served by Casey. Oh, Somerset just wasn't ready on that one there.
Looked like an awkward hit right there into the net.
Yeah, sometimes on that serve receive, you know, but like I was saying before, Coach Baker, she wants those serve receives
to be hit up rather than, yeah.
Yeah, to be hit up to where their teammates can get a pass off it. So that one right there, that's tough to recover from. But
we did.
Yeah. Hit over by Casey. Haynes sets up. Actually, she sets up Phelps.
Yeah.
There you go. Little fake there.
And that's another thing with these sets. If you're really good at setting behind you there and you can do it quickly, you can catch the team off guard. And a lot of teams are pretty consistent on which side they set to. So being able to go to both sides is really a strong suit for a team.
Especially when you've got both of those, McBride and Haynes or Phelps on both of those sides.
Absolutely.
It's kind of hard to tell which way.
Yep.
Set up by Rigney. Hit over by McBride.
Oh, yep. No, that's a good call by the line judge. Good hit there by Casey County's 21. Elizabeth Forbes there. Again, she's having a nice night so far and came into tonight leading her team with kills.
Yeah, and her season stats.
Serve up by Casey County into the net. Back over to Somerset. Right now it's 4-3 Somerset with the lead, but so far it feels like Casey County, for some reason they feel like they're in a little bit of control, but maybe it's just the ball's kind of flying everywhere for Somerset right now. We need to get it under control. Good serve up by Phelps. Received by Casey.
Forbes.
Casey sends it back over. Phelps receives it. Set up by Haynes out to King. King with a good left-handed hit over the net. Received by Casey. They tip it back over. King pops it up. Set outside of McBride. Well, that's a good set hit
by Casey.
Well defended, hits it over. Yep.
Out.
Nice. Good read by Rigney on that one to let that one slide outside there. 5-3 Somerset here in the second set.
Good self-control right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when you're looking at the ball and not looking down at the line.
Yeah, no, sometimes that can go the other way where you think it's going out and they let it go and it stays in. So better that she was right than wrong there in that situation.
A lot of these seniors have that positional awareness
absolutely.
On the floor.
It's so important to know where you are and where the ball is and where your teammates are.
Absolutely.
Good set by Tanner.
Tipped over by McBride, received by Casey. Casey sets it up and hits it. Haynes defends it there. Pass out wide to McBride with the hit.
Another hit over by McBride.
Oh, good recovery by Casey.
Back out
once again, McBride over.
Well, the quick
dig
tip by
Tanner.
Well defended there, set outside. McBride hits it and was able to get the point there.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah, absolutely. Casey had two at the net and McBride hit it off their hands there.
Somerset leading 6-3 in this second set.
Phelps back to serve. Received by Casey. Oh, just to tip it over there. Haynes sets it out to McBride. McBride hits it. That's too far outside there, out of bounds. Ball to Casey County, 6-4. Somerset here in the second set.
It seems like Casey's really just popping the ball over, not really, hitting it down as much.
Yeah.
But they're hitting it in those spots where those little blind spots.
Ooh. Yeah, that's that situation I was talking about right there. Casey with the ace here, 6-5 in the second set. No, you're right. I mean, Casey, they've not been setting it up consistently this set so far, and they're still able to, be hanging in there 6-5 here. Received by Rigney, good serve received there. Set by Haynes outside of McBride. McBride with the hit in the point.
Another hit by McBride. Right in that back middle, right in front of the line.
Yeah, Haynes is setting Phelps and McBride up
almost perfectly. Yeah,
yeah.
right
No,
in front
she's
of the net.
letting them feed here. So we need to keep up the good passing. Serve by McBride there with the ace.
There we go with an ace.
Looked like Casey thought that one was going to go out the back line there.
Seems like there haven't been many aces, in either set so far, and then we just had almost 2 back-to-back.
Yep. It's you got to have a little bit of luck, but, a good hard serve to get those aces consistently, and we've had some good serves so far this match. Wide outside to Haynes.
We'll pop over by Haynes, pop back up by Casey.
Ball hit over by Casey, yep.
Phelps tried to save it there. It's just an awkward ball. Somerset still leads 8-6.
And these one-handed balls, it's hard to defend with one hand, especially if it's your weak hand. Being able to hit it consistently there. So,
I think with one hand, you never know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
You don't have as much control as, setting the ball up.
Got the freshman Mobley back to serve. Good serve over the net. Received by Casey. Punch back over by Casey, and just not communicating there. We got to talk on this side of the net here. That's another. You'll hear Coach Baker preach about serve receive. You'll hear her preach about talking.
Yeah, communication is key, especially when you're all bunched up, 6 people in that box.
Yep. Received by McBride. White sets up Cooper, and Cooper hits it in the net. It's a tough one there. Casey hanging in there, down 8-9 here in the second set. Casey with the serve. Received by McBride. White sets Serenity outside with the hit and the point.
Good hit from Serenity.
That's what we want. Control passing, set up by the net, hitting the ball over. But it starts with a good serve receive there. So. Received by Casey. Tip it over.
Oh, great dig.
Well done by Haynes there. Good dig.
Barely hit over the net, but.
Oh, that's a good tip to the corner by Casey. Rigney defends it. White sets.
Setting up Haynes again.
Tips it over. Defended by Casey. Back over to Somerset. White passes up for Cooper. Cooper hits it over. Tipped by Casey. Out of bounds. Point to Somerset. 11-8.
Rigney's doing a great job at libero. Being there, especially everywhere. Balls hit hard. She's always on the ground.
Yep. No, these girls, man, they fly around. It's pretty amazing how far they can dive and still be able to control their body and keep the ball up for their teammates.
Manage just to do their job.
Yep. Good hit over the net there. Again, 21, Elizabeth Ford for Casey County.
I guarantee Coach Baker preaches that, do your job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Each possession.
Serve up by Casey, received by McBride. White sets for Cooper. Oh, just a little misjudgment of the height of the ball there.
Coach Baker does not seem happy about that one.
That's the youth coming out in Cooper there. She'll get there. Received by McBride, pass by White, hit over by Haynes. Casey receives it, hits it back over. Good dig by McBride. White passes out wide.
Another hit by Haynes. Pops over the net.
Casey hits it. Oh, it's a good hit. Well defended.
Another hit over by Haynes.
Oh. Good recovery by White there. Outside to Haynes. Hits it. That's tipped by Casey. Are they going to be able to recover? They are.
Keeps it alive.
All right, let's set it up. Haynes with the hit.
Forbes with the save there.
There's set by Casey with the hit. Good dig by Rigney. Outside to Haynes. Hits it. Received by Casey. Good defense by Casey right now. Hits it back over there. McBride mishits it. Rigney can't recover off that, and Casey gets the hard-earned point there.
That's rough, especially when you're going backwards trying to hit that ball hard, and you hit it, swing your arms a little too much, and it hits a little too far up on your forearms.
Yeah, and
you don't get as much momentum.
And diving left or diving right, I mean, you're bound to be more comfortable with one side than the other, so that's also tough to deal with.
Phelps tries to over, blocked by Casey. Haynes hits it back over.
Good hit over by Casey there. They're taking their first lead of the second set here, 12-11 over Somerset. And
Coach Baker's definitely upset about that. Controlling the set almost the whole first half points. Good hit by Sarah.
Pass up to Cooper. Cooper hits it over the net, gets a point for Somerset there. Yeah. No, definitely playing with the lead, being able to keep that. That's been a problem for us this season. But again, still just been competitive, I feel like, every match with every team. Just need consistency. Good serve by Haynes there. Received by Casey. Sent it back over to Rigney. Haynes outside to McBride. McBride hits it.
Great hit by McBride.
Good dig there by Casey. Return it back over to Rigney.
Set up by Haynes.
Good hit by McBride. Defended again by Casey. Playing great defense tonight off these hits.
Great
little
hit by
punch,
Haynes.
yeah. Well done by Haynes. That
little fake set.
Yeah, a little creativity there. And that's, she's a senior leader on her team, and she probably has the most creativity, like the best vision as far as those surprise hits for the other team.
Keeping the defensive side on their toes.
Yeah. Haynes back to serve here. Somerset with a 13-12 lead in the second set. Casey receives. Passes up to the net. Hits it back over to Somerset. Received by King. Haynes out to McBride. McBride hits it.
Looks like King and Rigney had a lot better communication there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Seems like McBride thrives in that corner.
Yeah, no, when she does a good job hitting it, Haynes does a good job setting her up. I mean, she's putting it right where it needs to be. And they're quite the deal so far this match. Ball over by Haynes. Casey sends it back. Rigney sets it up.
Great little pop by Macy Phelps.
Haynes passes again outside.
Haynes to McBride.
Oh, yep. So that ball's to Somerset. The block was there, but the block went out of bounds.
Powerful hit there by McBride.
If you can get that, it's going to be hard to block. But that was a good positioning by Casey on the block there.
Especially in that corner, too.
Yeah. Haynes serves it over. Casey receives, sends it back.
Haynes up.
Rigney passes outside to McBride, punches it over to Casey. Casey passes it up, tips it over. McBride receives it, pass up.
Haynes up to McBride.
Oh, good block by Casey at the net there.
Great
recovery.
No. Looks like
Both
Rigney got tripped up a little bit
they're
there.
both watching the ball. All eyes on the ball there.
Great recovery, though, by Somerset there. That was a good block and digging that out and setting it up.
Yep. And, got McBride and Rigney both going for the same ball. They gotta communicate that. Good receive by Rigney there. Haynes passes it up. Cooper hits it over. Received by Casey. Passes it up. Hits it back to Somerset. And that one's inside corner there.
Almost a perfect hit. That one's hard to defend.
Yep. And Casey clawing back here. 14-15 here in the second set.
Somerset's going to try to keep this lead, though. They've almost controlled this second set, and they want to keep that up.
Good receive by Rigney. Haynes passes out wide to McBride, punches it over. Casey passes it up, sets it at the net. Hits it, good block
Great
there
block.
by Phelps and Cooper at the net. And that block went out of bounds as well there. So Casey on the right side of that block that time. Now I got Forbes back to serve for Casey. And the ball's in the net there. Somerset will take that point.
There, yeah.
Somerset takes the lead back, 16-15. As Rigney's up to serve.
Casey receives, sets it up at the net, hits it over. Yep, that's a good call there. Just barely outside. Hit over by Casey, but outside. Somerset gets the point, 17-15 Somerset.
Tried to hit it back in that same spot in that back left corner. Just didn't get it that time.
Ball up by Rigney. Received by Casey. Passes out wide. Hits it over to Somerset. Out of bounds. Point to
out of bounds
Somerset.
in the same spot.
Yep.
I know Coach Baker loves to see that. Getting into this last little bit of the set here.
Yeah, this is where we
Leading
kind of
by
were
3.
last time. Somerset got the lead around the 20-point mark. And right now they're thriving. 19-15. Senior Rigney going back for her 4th serve this time.
Another miscommunication there on Casey too.
Ball up by Rigney, received by Casey. Casey tips it back over Haynes. Passes to Rigney outside of McBride. Punches it over. Casey sets it outside. Tips it. Defended by McBride. Haynes outside of McBride. Hits it over. Casey defends. Passes outside. Casey hits it back over to Rigney. Haynes sets McBride outside with the hit and the block by Casey at the net.
Another recovery by Rigney there.
And ball back over to Casey County. Oh, the ball was everywhere. I think both sides got a little out of control there at the end, and Casey was able to get the hit kind of in the open space there.
Somerset trying to keep this lead going. Finish off this set. Received by King there. Hit over by Rigney. Oh, tough ball there.
19-17.
Like we saw the last set,
Yeah,
Casey's
man. It's
starting to get back on them.
Story of the season. We got to change the narrative here. 18-19. Casey clawing their way back. Somerset needs to get it under control quick, get their composure.
Just a little too much there into the net.
Good serve by Casey there. Haynes passes outside to McBride. Hits it, tip by Casey.
McBride.
Casey defends it, passes it up, sends it back over to Haynes. Haynes passes to Rigney. Rigney back to Serenity there. Haynes hits it over to Casey. Casey tips it back over to Somerset. Haynes sits outside to McBride. McBride with the hit, and there we go. Much needed point. Good set, good hit. All right, 20-18 in the second set. Can Somerset hang on to the lead this set? Unable to the first set. Casey winning that first set over Somerset. Phelps up to serve. Ball's over. Casey receives. Casey passes at the net. Tips it back over to Somerset. Rigney receives. Haynes outside to McBride. McBride hits it. Blocked by Casey at the net.
Great save by Rigney there. Hit over by Phelps.
Casey sets it at the net.
Way too much on that one.
Yeah. It's setting up Elizabeth Forbes again at the net there, and a good strong hit, but a little long on that one. 21-18 Somerset.
Somerset needs to close this set out.
Phelps up to serve. Casey, the serve was a little long there.
Too much on it from Phelps.
21-19, serve back to Casey County.
You know, Coach Baker's definitely preaching right now. Stay in control, stay calm, do your job.
Got to have a good serve receive here. Ball's up by Casey.
Received by Phelps.
Yep. Passed out wide by Haynes to King. The senior hits it over. Casey defends. Set outside by Casey County. Tipped over. McBride defends. Pass out wide by Haynes.
McBride.
Oh, and out.
Once again, that powerful hit's hard to block, especially right there in the corner. Good job by Somerset.
Hanging in there.
All right, senior Alyssa White subs back in for the Briar Jumpers. McBride serves it over to Casey, receives it. Almost miscommunication there by Casey, but able to recover. Back over to Somerset. Haynes passes to White at the net and just couldn't get that one over.
Another awkward ball right in front of the net there.
(22-20) Somerset over Casey County here in the second set. Serve out by Casey County. Received by Rigney, unable to receive that ball. Casey gets the ace. 21-22. Almost the exact storybook of the last set.
Somerset's got to stay calm here. Can't get frustrated.
Serve up by Casey. Received by McBride. White passes up for McBride, hits it over. Oh, got lucky there. I thought that was going out.
Yeah.
Casey recovers, tips it over, and gets the point. Ties up the second set right here at the end.
22-22, Casey serve. Can Somerset hang in there?
Need to get a point here.
Serve up by Casey. Received by Phelps. White at the net. Sets it up. Mobley hits it over.
KK.
Casey sets at the net. Tips it over. Haynes not able to recover on that one. Good tip by Casey, and they get the lead here near the end of the second set.
A rough possession there. Somerset's got to come back here.
Right here at the end again. Right here at the end again. Got to have good reserve. Oh, long serve there.
That's what they needed.
Yep.
Tied back up.
Is it? Do they have to win by a certain amount?
They got to
Is
win
it
by 2.
2?
Yep.
Yeah.
They got to win by 2 here.
Somerset goes on a roll here.
The freshman Mobley back to serve here. Good serve over. Casey receives it. Is able to recover. Tips it back over to Somerset. Can we set it up? White to Haynes sets it up. Good block at the net again by Casey to get the point. There's a good set by White.
Game point here.
It's almost the same thing again.
Oh,
24-23 at the end of this second set. Somerset needs to close this out.
Received by Rigney. The second set. The same story.
That's a tough hit there. You hate to see that.
It is. And I know it's a little bit disheartening and frustrating for Coach Baker sometimes, but I know she sees her players like really trying, competing, and
they're fighting the whole time.
They're in this, with every match. It doesn't matter the team; they're in the game in most sets here. So, this is just something that we're going to have to continue to grow and get better as the season progresses, and hopefully by tournament time they can work this out.
You see them out there communicating. Every time a ball comes over, you hear me, you.
Yep.
Especially though, a lot of the players, especially older players, are stepping up. Staying composed. It really does suck to lose 2 sets back to back like that, but they're staying out there and they're continuing to fight, and trying to keep team morale up and not let this game go. That's what you need. You need leaders on the team, and I feel like if Somerset progresses throughout the season and gets better and is able to close these games out, I feel like they'll be a great squad.
No, they got good teamwork out there. They have a good team chemistry with this group of girls here. It's a good group of girls,
Definitely.
And of course, Coach Baker does a fantastic job, teaching and leading them in practice here. So
it's also good to have a coach like that too that really cares.
Yeah, no, she pushes them.
Yeah,
she pushes them.
You might think it sucks sometimes, but especially as a high school athlete, that's what you need. You need to have a coach that keeps you going.
Absolutely.
Exactly. When I get ripped by my coach, I just know he cares. It shows how much he cares.
It might suck, but you gotta know it's all out of love.
It is out of love, and sometimes players need a good ripping from a coach. It's from a coach to a player. There, it's needed sometimes, but it's got to have a healthy balance there.
That's what she's telling them right now. We might be down, 2-0 in sets right now, but you can't give up.
Getting ready to start the third set here. It's Casey County up 2-0 on Somerset. Best of 5 here tonight in this varsity district matchup. Somerset's done a good job hanging in there. Just have to continue to battle out and fight. Maybe close out this third set this time around here, but definitely got to get this set won or the match will be over. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. Second set coming up here in about 30 seconds. All right, we're back here at the Briar Patch getting ready to start the third set between Casey County and Somerset. Casey County's up 2-0 in this district matchup here. Somerset had the lead in both sets. First set was able to come back, get the lead, lost the lead at the end of the first set. Almost the same story. The second set, lost the lead there at the end. So.
Yeah, Somerset definitely here trying to get a much-needed win on this set. Casey with the point there.
Yeah, good start by Case there. Way to be ready at the net. Forbes back to serve for Casey. Up 1-0 here in the third set. Received by McBride.
Great dig there.
Good pass by White. Haynes tips it over. Received by Casey. Sets it up at the net. Hits it. Gets their second point of the third set here.
Rough ball there for Somerset, especially again once in that back corner.
No, that was a good hit by Casey there. All right, Somerset needs to receive this and set it up near the net somewhere for somebody.
They're going to need to set McBride and Haynes up. They're two leading scorers, I guess you could say. Great hit there by White.
Casey sets it up, tips it over. White defends it there. Cooper outside to Haynes, hits it over. Casey defends.
Once again, hit over by Casey, received by McBride. Set up. Haynes.
Good set and hit there, defended by Casey. Sends it back over to Somerset. Rigney. Ball out there to Casey County. Rigney unable to get under that one there. Tough hit over by Casey.
Hole in one there.
Trainer Tristan Benedum sends the ball back over to Casey.
T-Money.
Now, Tristan was my goalkeeper for several years, yes.
Really?
Yeah, Tristan's a great trainer.
Yeah, no, he's a great trainer.
He's on the nickname T-Money.
Oh, yeah.
From the athletic
he is money.
department.
Oh.
He does a great job taping our football team and taking care of all of our other athletics.
He does a great job. Love Tristan. All right, Casey sends that ball over, gets another point here, up 3-1. Up 4-0 here in the third set. Ball up by Casey.
A much needed point there by Somerset.
See if we can get some momentum off this serve here.
That's what they need. Forbes hits it in the net. Haynes back to serve.
Ball over by Haynes, received by Forbes. Passed outside, back over to Somerset. King received.
From Tanner.
Well, they got lucky there when that first hit.
Back out to Fleshman.
Looks like junior Addie Fleshman's in the game.
That first ball defended by King, sometimes you hit it and don't necessarily mean to hit it right up to the net for the other team. That's a moment where they can, smash it right back over. So
Fleshman.
Good job defending there.
McBride.
Rigney receives. Haynes outside of McBride, tips it over.
Oh, great fake there by McBride.
I thought she was about to boom it over.
Outside of McBride.
Once again.
Light little tap.
Casey defends. And I just missed it there, and Somerset gets the point.
That's what they need. They've got to stay in this set. Especially like you said, last week they got swept, and
trying
to avoid that today.
And it can be hard going into a game like this, getting swept the week before by this team. But I feel like this team has kept their composure.
Yeah.
Yep. No clawing back here. 5-3 here in the third set.
Hung in there.
It seems like they've almost been in a dogfight the whole time. Not much of a lead. The biggest lead we've had so far is 4-0 at the beginning of this set. So both teams have been battling the whole time.
Well defended by Haynes there. Rigney out to McBride, hits it over. Out of bounds. Points Casey County, 6-3.
A little much there on that. Somerset doing a great job on this set, though. Digging the ball out, trying to set up their teammates well.
Kate Barnes serves it up for Casey County. Serve received, a little off there. Haynes unable to recover. Point over to Casey County.
Another rough one-handed hit there. Like Reggie said, it's really hard to control that ball, making a fist and only hitting it with one hand.
Barnes to serve again for Casey County. Over to Somerset, received by Phelps. Got to get that serve received.
You just couldn't get to it, Tom.
You can tell Coach Baker's visibly frustrated with that.
No, when they don't have a good serve receive, that is what upsets her the most, I think, because they're there waiting on it and reacting. That was a good setup there.
This is where Somerset's got to really dig in.
All right, here we go.
At the same time, stuff like that's upsetting, but those are the things that are the easiest to fix.
Yes.
Yeah. Somerset's got to have a little grit here.
All right, good. We got Phelps serving back here. Strong server for the Briar Jumpers. Good serve over, received by Casey. Right at the net for Cooper. Hits it back over. Excuse me, for Mobley. Casey hits it back over and gets the point there.
Almost saved by Somerset there. Hit the back of the basketball goal.
9-4. Casey County here in the third. Already up 2-0 in sets. Somerset's going to have to claw back here. Serve up by Casey, received by McBride. Haynes passes out. Nope. Rigney hits it back over to Casey.
Received.
Passes at the net, tips it over.
Great dig there. Great effort by McBride and King.
Set up at the net by Casey, hits it over. Gets the point, 10-4.
Once again, Forbes with that hit.
Yeah, man, when they're able to set her outside, you know it's going to be hit hard back over.
She's got a pretty high vertical. She can jump pretty high over the net.
Yes. Hey, that is one thing with high school girls high school volleyball. Like, it's amazing how high some of these players get up around the net.
Another miscommunication there by Somerset.
Somerset's just going to have to hang in there and not get discouraged by this deficit.
Yep, yeah. Coach Baker with the timeout here. She's seen enough.
She can definitely, like I said earlier, get extremely frustrating in this spot right here. Down 2-0 in sets, and now you're down by 7, at the very beginning of the set. But this is where you really got to, dig your feet in and have some grit and claw your way back.
Absolutely. Everybody get on the same page, have good communication, defend together.
Especially upperclassmen stepping up here and trying to lead that team. Looks like they've worked almost everybody in, though. A lot of freshmen, sophomores.
Yeah, Coach Baker's been kind of switching up the rotation a little bit throughout the year, tinkering with it, trying to figure out what's the best for the team. And I think we finally figured that out the last week. Like I said, we've been real competitive in all the matches the last couple weeks. And that's what a lot of coaches do during the regular season. They get that rotation and try to mess with it as much as they can to figure out the pieces to fit the puzzle,
Once you find that set, though, then that's when you really have got to go back to work and hone in on those skills and not let up on the little things.
Let's see if the Briar Jumpers can come out of this timeout and get the serve back on their side here.
Get some points back going here, get her on a roll.
Ball up by Casey. Received by McBride. King with the pass at the net. Mobley back over to Casey. Casey passes up at the net.
Tip over by Forbes. Good block there.
Mobley at the net. Way to be there.
Great hit by King there. Set up McBride. Received by Casey. Once again, Forbes hitting it over.
Good hit by Forbes there. Same thing, man. When they set her at the net, she's tough to defend. 12-4 Casey County in the third. This is the biggest lead, I think, of the entire game here, right?
Yeah.
Even that first set, Somerset came back from, I think, 5 or 6 down. Now we're getting
once again, like you said earlier, that perfect serve where it just rolls over the top of the net. Those you can't really do much about that.
It's hard to make that split-second decision. Is it going over or is it not?
Ball up by Casey, received by Phelps. Haynes sets it outside to McBride, hits it, gets
Great
the
hit
point.
by McBride there. That's what Somerset needs.
A little momentum to get them back in this game.
Looks like Alyssa White subs in the game here for King.
Another senior.
Yeah. A lot of role players on this Somerset team.
Yep. Served by McBride, received by Casey. Tips it back over to Somerset. Mobley passes out to White, sets up Haynes, hits it over.
Great hit by Haynes there.
Well done.
That's what Somerset needs. Can't give up.
McBride back for a second serve.
I feel like this team's good at just finding those gaps where nobody is and controlling the ball well.
Good serve by McBride. Well defended by Casey. Back over to Rigney, to White, to Haynes. Casey defends it, passes at the net, sends it back over to Somerset. Rigney, well defended. White outside to Haynes, hits it over to Casey.
Rough ball there for Casey.
Good hit by Haynes.
That's what Somerset needs. inching back.
If you can get it to where either you pass it or set it at the net, you're putting your team in a good position to hit it over. So as long as we can do that, oh, wow.
Oh, there you go. There's an ace.
Good serve by McBride off the head of the Casey County player there.
You know, like I keep talking about, you know, setting your teammates up and doing your job. Like, not as experienced in volleyball, but, you know, letting your teammates hit it over rather than yourself, you know.
Absolutely.
Being an unselfish player, that's what this team needs.
Set outside by White to Haynes. It's a little long and out of bounds.
Feels like that's what this team has a lot of and what they need.
Okay, it looks like McBride subbing out.
Looks like Addie Fleshman coming into the game. Oh, great dig there. Tipped over by Casey. Rough ball for Somerset.
15-8 Casey.
Somerset can't let this slip away again.
Serve up, received by Phelps to White at the net, passes back, Rigney back over to Casey County. Casey receives it, passes at the net. Casey sends it back over to Somerset, pinned by Fletchman. White tries to get there. (16-8) Casey County here in the third.
Got to keep fighting here.
Phelps receive. White passes outside to Haynes. Haynes back over to Casey. Casey receives it, passes out wide. Tips it back over to Somerset.
Oh.
Good tip there.
Rough position there for Haynes.
Yeah, we've said her name all night. Elizabeth Forbes. Another great play by her by Casey County.
Once again, she leads her team in kills with 47 on the season so far.
Received by Rigney. White outside to Haynes with the hit. Good set up there. Yep. Good set, good hit by Haynes. Looks like Cooper's coming in for Rigney here.
Yeah, she's been in the whole game. She definitely needs a little breather for a second.
KK Mobley back to serve for the Briar Jumpers. Oh, a little long. Rigney back on the court for Mobley.
Maybe a little pep talk by Coach Baker there.
18-9, Casey County. Serve over, received by Phelps. White outside to Haynes. Haynes tips over. Casey receives, passes up at the net.
Sets up Forbes.
Forbes again, man, with the hit over the net.
Yeah. That net hit where it just rolls over the top, that's really rough spot for Somerset here.
Really hard out by Coach Baker here in Somerset. 19-9 in the third set.
Once again, trying not to give up.
Yeah, I feel like Casey is doing a little bit better job passing the ball around and setting the ball at the net this set compared to the last set.
Definitely.
A little more consistent with it.
Probably the final time out of the match. Or, I mean, the set.
Yeah, let's hope not. Let's hope we come back in this set and keep the game moving here. Coming out of the timeout here in the third set.
Still working on that volleyball vocabulary a little bit. Used to some football calls.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm working on my volleyball lingo as well.
You've got a little bit more experience than we do, but
No, you guys are doing a great job.
I think this is my third or fourth volleyball game I've been to in 4 years of high school. So
ball up by Casey.
I'm learning.
Pass outside by White to Haynes.
Oh, great hit there by Haynes.
Needed point there. Haynes getting the point for the Briar Jumpers here.
Cutting the lead down to 9. Somerset battling back 19-10 in this third set.
Alyssa White back to serve for Somerset. By Casey there. Passes up at the net.
Oh,
good block by Cooper. Yeah, might have been there on Forbes' hit there. Rigney receives Casey's.
Alyssa White setting up Maddie Cooper.
Oh, Maddie couldn't quite get it over the net.
Another one of those just almost
timing.
missed jumps. Yeah,
Just the timing. That's the youth in her coming out there. You know,
she's just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore,
Yep.
yeah. Follow up by Forbes, sends it over to Somerset. White passes outside to Haynes, back over to Casey. Casey hits it back over to Somerset. Dig by Rigney. Fleshman outside to Haynes. Haynes hits it over to Casey. Good set by Casey there. Hit over, defended by
Rigney.
Up to Haynes.
Once again, Casey receives. Out of bounds by Casey. Much needed point for Somerset.
Yeah, no, that was a good tip by Casey County. Just a little bit outside there. We got to get some sets at the net here. We got a little lucky there. If we want to get some hits, we got to get these sets at the net.
It's definitely a little scary though in a situation like this, letting that ball go.
Yes, no, especially so close to the end of this third set here. Good serve by
great
Haynes.
Great hit there.
Somerset's taking back control as Haynes is up to serve.
Yeah, Haynes just does so much for Somerset all around the court. Whether it be assists or kills or serves, she is definitely the leader of this team.
Hit by Forbes. Once again,
2013
for Somerset.
Continuing this comeback here.
Clawing their way
gas in
back.
the tank for Somerset. That's what they need.
This is what Casey didn't want, to give Somerset a little bit of momentum here, a little bit of confidence.
Seems like they lost that for a little bit, but
hit over by Casey.
Back now.
Great. Set up to
Haynes
McBride.
Good set, good hit, good defense there by Casey. They set it back up, hit it back over. Off Cooper's hands, out of bounds. Point to Casey.
Good block attempt there by Cooper, though.
Yeah, no, good set, good hit by Casey. 21-13, Casey County. Follow up by Casey. Received by Rigney. Haynes outside to McBride.
Great hit there by McBride.
Yeah, she almost mishit that.
Yeah.
See her,
but it almost worked out in her favor.
Yeah, no. Got the point. Fortunate there, because that did come off her hand. Not where she wanted it to anyways.
Rigney set back to serve.
21-14 here in the third. Casey over Somerset. Rigney serves it over. Casey hits it back to Somerset. Haynes. Rigney outside of McBride. McBride punches it over. Casey sends it back over to Somerset.
Great hit by Rigney.
Good second hit.
Great hit by Rigney. Once again, great hit by King. Somerset playing good defense
Set up to
right
McBride.
now.
Casey receives.
Tip over, good defense by Haynes.
Up to McBride again.
Forbes with the save there.
Good set.
All night we just struggled right there at the net.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate right there. 22-14.
Those block attempts are rough, especially trying to stay off the net.
Yeah. Good serve by Casey. Good serve received by Rigney. Haynes sets Phelps up back over to Casey. Casey hits it back over to Somerset. Haynes
good defense there by Somerset. Haynes and Rigney.
Sets it up. Tipped over.
Up over another one by Haynes.
Rigney to McBride. McBride hits it. Blocked by Casey County at the net for the 23rd point here.
Yeah, that's just a great block.
Not much you can do there.
23-14. Somerset trying to stay alive. Received by Rigney. Haynes sets up.
Good hit by Phelps there. Rigney outside of McBride.
King with that save. Up to McBride again.
Good hit. Good hit. Wow, well defended by Casey with the hit. Out of bounds there to Somerset.
Somerset back in control of the serve now.
No, yeah.
Looks like Macy Phelps is going back.
That time had some good sets and hits in that round right there. Casey defended those, just hit it a little long there at the end.
First set we saw the comeback led when Macy was up serving, so.
Let's see if we can do it again.
Oh, well defended there by Haynes.
Up to McBride.
Oh, just missed that.
A little off the hand there.
That's rough, but she's been extremely consistent the whole game, though. Most of her hits.
24-15 here in the third. Game point for Casey.
See by Phelps. Hit over by McBride. Somerset trying to play defense here.
Oh, they set that up. Good.
Good
Defense by Somerset. Casey sets it up. It's it out of bounds to Somerset.
Somerset stays alive here. 24-16. Match point.
Senior Alyssa White in. Whitney King out. McBride back to serve.
Somerset can't give up here. Good serve by McBride.
Good receive by Casey off that serve there. Tipped it back over. White.
Setting up Serenity Haynes right there on the corner.
Can we set it up here? Set it up.
Once again, back to
Haynes.
Haynes.
It's a little close there. Haynes almost ran into the net. Tip back over.
Back up to Haynes.
Oh, now we're just tipping it back and forth here. Oh, they set it up by Casey. Hit it over. Good receive by Rigney. Outside to Haynes. Point to
Great
Somerset.
point there by Somerset.
Hanging in there.
This game's not over yet.
That was a little bit out of control on both sides for
Yeah.
just a few seconds there.
Good volleys, though, back and forth on both sides.
Served by McBride. Received by Casey. Sets it at the net. Hits it back over. Good block there at the net by Mobley.
By Somerset, cutting the lead down to 6, 24-18.
And Somerset hold on in this game.
Good play by the freshman at the net there. Served by McBride.
One miscommunication there by Casey County.
All right, can we set it here?
Alyssa
Outside.
White sets up her Serenity
Good
Haynes.
set, good hit.
Point
That's
there.
Great set by the senior Alyssa
Cutting the
White
lead to
there.
5.
Somerset's got to keep this up. At a point like this, you can't make a mistake.
24-19.
Great serve by McBride.
Oh, there we go. All right, so that's 5 straight points for Somerset.
Looks like we've also got some fans, cheering on our team.
McBride to serve again. Casey receives. Tips it back over. Haynes.
Once again, Alyssa White back to Serenity Haynes.
Good hit by Haynes. Defended by Casey. Tips it over. Rigney defends it.
Recovers it.
White to Haynes outside. With the hit and the point.
Good kill from Haynes. Cutting the lead to 3.
This is that fire that Somerset needed. Like Reggie said, putting a little bit of gas in the tank.
Yeah.
It's filling up.
Good serve. Oh, here we go.
We just cut down to 2, 24-22.
I don't want to jinx, but when these players, when they start serving 5, 6, 7 times in a row, their arm starts to get a little tired on this, and it can be a little inconsistent.
Yeah.
So McBride doing a good job so far. Oh, good hit by Mobley.
Somerset. Lead cut to 1.
Heads up play by the freshman at the net once again.
At the same time, she might be a little tired, but she's got her rhythm now.
Yep. 24-23 here in the third. Ball up by McBride. Oh, that was a little long.
Great defense by Somerset there on that block.
Ooh, over by
Sets up Haynes. Oh, my
God. Up to 24 in the third. Got to continue this ride here.
Somerset's hot right now. They're ready.
If I were Casey County's coach, I'd probably be calling a timeout right now. Get my
Yeah.
team under control because they are.
Especially
man.
It's all right.
That's tough right there, man, because that ball hit the light. It was out of control, and that was a good hit over by Casey County.
Somerset trying to keep this comeback going.
Well, Matter, they've got to win by 2, so.
Still match point for Casey here.
Yep.
Somerset needs to close this comeback out.
White outside to Haynes. Haynes hits it over. Good defense by Casey. Sets it at the net. Oh, man. And Casey gets that point there to win that third set with the second sweep of the Briar Jumpers here.
Nice hit by Forbes there to close out the game.
Yep.
Tough loss for Somerset, but we never gave up. Down at 8 by 1 point, and made them go past match set.
Yeah, no.
So
every set was close, within 2 or 3 points. And, like I said, the last couple weeks, most games have been close in each set. It's a matter of pulling out there at the end there with the victory.
something I love about this team, though, they never gave up.
No.
And every set,
All 3 sets, we were right in there.
it's time to go back to work and just look forward to look to the next game and go back to practice and work harder.
Yep, looks like Somerset will be up for their next game next Thursday here. I can't recall who, and I don't have the schedule in front of me. But
At home.
I believe so. I'd have to check that. But
Well, tune in next time. Somerset Athletics, covering all your sports. And we'll have a great night.